Women, bright college students with entire lives ahead of them, started to vanish. One by one, they disappeared without a trace. No screams, no witnesses, no bodies. Police were stumped, grasping at straws. The cases seemed entirely disconnected, except for one small recurring detail. A man named Ted. Multiple witnesses remembered him. He often wore a cast on his arm, a sling, or even used crutches. He'd approach young women, looking harmless, even pitiable, and ask for help. Help carrying books to his car, help with his boat. It was a simple, effective trap. He weaponized sympathy. Once his target was close, isolated, he struck. Inside his car, the friendly mask dropped. He would handcuff them, bludgeon them unconscious, and drive them to remote, desolate locations. What happened in those quiet, lonely places was beyond horrifying. Bundy subjected his victims to unimaginable torture. He assaulted them, strangled them, and even after they were gone, his depravity didn't end. He would return to the bodies again and again, engaging in unspeakable acts. He treated human beings as objects for his own twisted gratification. Later, he made a chilling admission. I didn't feel guilty for it. Guilt is this mechanism we use to control people. It's an illusion. For Bundy, murder wasn't a crime of passion, it was a form of entertainment. Finally, a break in the case. In Utah, a young woman named Carol Durange was lured into his car but managed to fight back. She escaped, barely, and lived to identify him in court. Ted Bundy was arrested for kidnapping and convicted, but this was far from the end of the nightmare. It was about to get much, much worse. Bundy escaped from custody not once, but twice. The first time, he audaciously jumped from a second-story courthouse window during a hearing. He was caught, but then he escaped again, this time by crawling through a hole he'd carved in his jail cell ceiling. Each time he vanished, the body count rose. His final, most brutal rampage took place in 1978. After his second escape, he made his way to Florida. Within weeks, he broke into a college sorority house. In a frenzy of violence, he bludgeoned 4 young women with a log, killing 2 and maiming the others. He bit one of his victims so viciously that the bite mark would later become key evidence against him. Just hours after this attack, his thirst for violence still not quenched. He abducted and murdered 12-year-old Kimberly Leach, a child. This time, there was no escape. The trial was a media circus. Bundy, a former law student, decided to represent himself. He charmed the cameras, smiled, and even proposed to his girlfriend right there in the courtroom. It was a performance, a spectacle designed to hide the monster beneath. But behind the scenes, the evidence was overwhelming and undeniable. The bite mark testimony, eyewitnesses, and the brave words of his survivors sealed his fate. Ted Bundy was found guilty and sentenced to death. As his execution date neared, Bundy began to talk. He confessed to 30 murders across 7 states, though investigators and experts believe the true number is much, much higher. Many of his victims were never found. Many families never got the closure of bringing their loved ones home. On January 24, 1989, Ted Bundy was executed in the electric chair. Outside the prison, crowds gathered, some celebrating the end of a monster's reign. But for the families torn apart by his cruelty, justice felt hollow and arrived far too late. The legacy of Ted Bundy is a terrifying lesson. Evil doesn't always have a monstrous face. Sometimes it wears a smile. Sometimes it asks for your help. And sometimes you never see it coming until it's far too late.